Ronaldo is able to rewrite Sharia law instead of having to marry his girlfriend.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
So basically, he got traded to, what is it, Al-Nassr, which is the Arab team. And they have a law in Saudi Arabia, it's a Saudi team, and they have a law in Saudi Arabia that says, hey, if you're not married, you can't live together.
Yeah, it's called Sharia law.
Yeah, I mean, that's what some people call it. Some people call it, the modest rules.
Yeah.
No one calls it that.
Nobody.
But they broke the rules for him. I was thinking, that's not too funny. I was like, is there something funny?
I didn't want to say.
I was just going to keep
I don't want to say.
I was just thinking.
Because I heard Miles chuckle. Okay.
Look up Harbor Waves, Miles.
Listen, okay. So let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Okay. I was told that this law doesn't really apply to foreigners.
Yeah.
But it's a fun way of making Ronaldo the GOAT. Like, he's so impactful, he could get them to change Sharia law. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually looking at it from Saudi's point of view. I was just like, yo, the Middle East is coming for the, like, PR crown almost. Like, the way we've always kind of looked at it, a place that's, like, inaccessible, and we'll go travel to Europe or America or wherever. The Middle East is going to become a big tourist destination, I think. And I really think they're using all of their wealth and just buying positive PR in the best way. They're getting Ronaldo. They got the World Cup. That's the I don't think it's an accident they got the most popular sport in the world to have their World Cup in the Middle East. You know what I mean? Like, then let's get the most popular player, maybe second, to come to our league. We'll pay him $400 million. Money means nothing to us because we have so much oil money, and now it's invested in everything. It's just making money. We're the richest place in the world, and now it's gonna. And then we'll tweak the laws enough that you guys will overlook whatever fuck shit we're doing and be like, let's just go visit the Middle East.
Now, for everybody that was like, yo, the West has been ruined by capitalism and all these other things, and they have no laws, they have not laws, but they have no morality, they've lost their virtue. Now that you're seeing Middle Eastern countries start to sacrifice some of their morality and laws and virtue through capitalism, can they really question how it's happened in the West? Or is this just a natural process? Is it almost like some shit where we'd be like, yo, I told y'all so. You saying the West is so different. You gonna be here too in 30 years, 40 years?
I think it's very easy for those of us without money to talk about how money corrupts you and how dare you. And then when money gets given to you, you're like, oh yeah, this being corruption is fun.
Yeah.
They probably got like conservative commentators in Saudi Arabia like, we can't let this happen. Like, we're gonna backslide. We're gonna like, fucking, this is slippery slope. They let this happen. They're gonna let this happen.
But
like,
Mark, you don't think that the state who's paying for that is gonna allow there to be dissent? Right? They're going to say, yo, shut your fucking mouth. You excited about it. Don't bring it up at all.
Here's a couple million.
Exactly.
yeah, that's a good point. But if people are seeing like this whole thing backsliding and all of a sudden like little things get chipped away and like the whole country becomes immodest and it's not a secular country or it's not a religious country anymore, et cetera, I think there's going to be people that are like, no, we're not going to have it. Like the way we have it in America in a way.
Yeah. I wonder if they can maintain their country without oil. Eventually they run out of oil. Can you just be a strictly religious country without some incredibly lucrative commodity to prop it up? I don't know if you can.
Well, that's what I wish I...
Like, sorry to interrupt, but like you can with oil money because you can tell people to do whatever the fuck they want because you're paying for their lifestyle or subsidizing it, and everybody's living kind of good. They got their apartments taken care of. Like, I think even in all the Emiratis don't even pay for rent. So it's like, yeah, they're going to do whatever you say.
Well, there's probably a lot of poor religious countries too, though. I don't know exactly which ones, but like...
Keep going down there, yeah.
But like, there's got to be countries like in West Africa
Pakistan.
that are like deeply religious, but they don't have these natural resources and they don't got a ton of money.
But my suspicion is like in those countries, you see a lot more of those citizens breaking the rules because they got to survive.
Yeah.
So like prostitution probably a little bit more popular, at least among like the people there.
A little drug thing here and there.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Maybe more. I would say more so than you see like in the Emirates or Saudi, where there's like a safety net for those people, which is the state.
That's probably true.
I need to finish watching this thing. I was watching something on Qatar.
Listen to it.
You say it.
You listen to it with Audible. It's way easier. You could just listen to it whenever.
You know what? I'm out of credits. It's the darndest thing.
Isn't it the darndest thing?
Well, maybe wait 6 to 8 months
money?
and then you can get another credit.
Okay, maybe.
Let me see if my credits came in just yet, but go on.
But they were talking about how, let's say, Qatar got the World Cup and like how, again, they're on this PR campaign basically. They understood oil money was going to run out years ago, so they gave their wealth to basically like a hedge fund, and they own some crazy amount, like 60% of the skyscrapers in London they own. Like their money, their oil might run out, but the money from that oil is growing and growing and growing. They're fine.
He's not listening.
No, you're 100% right. They do own 60% of the skyscrapers in London.
You know what, man? You were right. You were fucking right. You just took all the air out of my wings. You know what I mean?
No, but
Took the wind out of my sails.
But he did. He repeated.
I just repeated exactly
the
what you
last
said
thing
back.
Nah, I be doing that shit to my wife.
I do that shit too. So if you get the last line, son, bro.
Oh, so I know exactly what you're saying. They are preparing for it, and they knew this back in the day that the oil was going to run out. 100%. I heard everything that you said. It's just a very common talking point, so I didn't need to listen.
You just said earlier that they're going to run out of oil, so yeah.
That's impressive. You were checking the blockchain and listening at the same time.
Like the exact same thing. Still no credits. So
the credits are on the blockchain. I'm telling you.
I think I'm going to go find them. I'm going to go find them. But yeah, I think that like they're in a weird situation. I think the reason why they have to buy so much real estate is because I think they're not allowed to make, what is it called? Interest. So they have to invest in actual things because the interest is haram.
Yeah. Well, they're going to find their way to get their money.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking, like, Live Golf Tournament doesn't seem like it's doing a lot, but that's trying to buy PR. World Cup probably bought some PR. How can they not fund their own NFL?
Sports washing, is that what the term is?
Yeah, but they have so much money. Football is the most popular sport in America by far. You could easily tell every NFL player, I'm going to quadruple your salary. Let's see if you want to come on over. And they might have enough money to pull that off.
Yeah, but you know what they won't have? They won't have...
Let me not say easily, but you could theoretically.
I think what they won't have, and this is important to sports, is identifying with the team. I think it works in a thing like golf, where you identify with the player.
Yeah, fair.
But like the team is representative of the city, and the city is part of your identity. So you're like, that's it. You're from Dallas, you gonna fuck with the Cowboys. Like I'm New Yorker, I'm gonna fuck with the Knicks regardless. Like if we get to see them, well, you saw, but like if I see the Knicks win a championship in my life, that's gonna be so meaningful. If like I love some random team in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, But for the individual sports, like for tennis, for golf,
F1.
Formula One, like all those things where it's, or F1 is a perfect one because the teams ain't even really from an area. Like all the cars I think are made in England. I'm pretty sure all the engineers and kind of shit are from up there.
Okay.
So yeah, those are perfect. And those are just the money games. And that's why you saw so many races in this last one in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I think they had Oman. I think they had, did they have Saudi?
They got Dubai, I think.
They had Dubai. Like they had a few. Qatar, maybe.
I think their last race of the year is in the Middle East.
Bro,
like,
how fire would it be if there's a female F1 driver driving in a country
that'd
where
be
women
sick.
can't drive?
Well, no, she just have another person in the car with them.
That would slow her down.
weighing down the car.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up. Bro, that'd be crazy. Would she have to wear, I guess she'd wear a helmet.
Yeah, the helmet's
Yeah, you don't need a burqa.
That's a burqa.
Yeah, that's basically the same thing.
Yeah.